Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Another ridiculously early morning here in Perth, but another great game to feast our eyes upon. With Belgium dropping big points and Romania beating Ukraine. It hasn't been straightforward today in the Euros. The favourites haven't won all the games, so very interesting to see how this Austrian team stacks up against the favourites in France. Obviously, coming into this one, heavy underdogs, but you never quite know. And that man on screen, you see Marcel Sabitzer will be so important. And midfield will be so important. There's Ralph Rangnick, who's got this side playing a lot of counter-pressing, counter-attacking style of football to try and catch opposition out. I'll go through the lines quickly while we're going through the national anthems here. For the French, it's sort of as expected. Mike Maignan in goal, Jules Koundé at right back, Dayot Upamecano and William Saliba at centre half, Teo Hernandez at left back, Adrien Rabiot and the returning N'Golo Kante in midfield, Marcus Thuram off the left, Ousmane Dembele off the right, it's Antoine Griezmann in behind, Kylian Mbappe. And looking at the Austrian side of Pence in goal, Posch, Mwene at left back, Danso and Weber at centre half, Sadworld and Grilic in the central midfield. It's Lema, Marcel Sabitzer and Baumgartner. Very important also those players across the three attacking roles in behind Gregoritsch, who leads the line for the Austrians. For them, obviously massive whoever, Danso at the back, those two in the centre half position would be very, very important. But then also Baumgartner, also Marcel Sabitzer and Kevin Lema in behind Gregoritsch would be important to play around the French and cover off defensively also and drop in when the French have a lot of possession. For the French, obviously obvious. Kylian Mbappe, he's the man. You got him up there. I think Marcus Thuram would be an interesting person to keep an eye on for someone who very quality on the ball, bit different for them, gives them a different avenue. Obviously, we're thinking Mbappe would have started on the left more often than not, but they've got no Olivier Giroud starting this game. It's Marcus Thuram off the left, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Had a fantastic season in the Serie A, so hopefully want to carry over that form in here. I'm really excited to see how N'Golo Kante goes returning to the national team once again, so that'll be very interesting to see as well. There's the two lineups. My prediction, so I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay with my French victory. I think this side is way too good to drop any games of football. Across the back four, they're probably one of the best back fours at this tournament. And obviously got Kylian Mbappe leading the line. When that happens, there's not many teams that you can beat. I think I'm going to go a 3-1 win. I think Austria might get a goal in this one here. A bit different to my original prediction, but still, I think this French team is way too strong, way too good. I guess that, if anything, that's that midfield you can get at if you're Austria. Kante and Rabiot. Kante obviously a fantastic player, but applying his trade now in Saudi Arabia. Adrien Rabiot, a workhorse in midfield, but not the most consistent performer, so that's probably where you can get at them if you're an Austrian fan, if that's your standpoint in this game here. Massive game. Obviously, Belgium losing 1-0 to Slovakia, Romania beating Ukraine 3-0, so both favourites have not won today. Can Austria make it 3 from 3, or can the French go and start their tournament off how they would like to start it? It will be Austria to get us kicked off here, seconds away here to kick off in Dusseldorf. Got a countdown here. And we are underway. It's Austria from right to left on screen. France kicking from left to right. The favourites getting underway here. Where do they stack up against the likes of England, the likes of Belgium, who've disappointed their first game, the Netherlands, and obviously I guess right now probably the benchmark being set by Spain and by the host Germany. And you see who controls the ball, controls possession. Austria will try and keep as much of the ball as possible to try and keep the French away as long as possible. If you can keep on the ball as long as possible, that's what they'd hope to do. Got a bit of a clock dysfunction at the start. That's a classic start for these live streams. The noise in this arena is manic. N'Golo Kante's first touch of the ball. Najul Koundé looks for Ousmane Dembele, Paris Saint-Germain winger. He cuts inside and finds Antoine Griezmann. And Kylian Mbappe and Griezmann just left that ball behind. And there's Sabitzer. He runs into a brick wall of Jules Koundé. And Kante journeying forward. Now Theo Hernandez, the AC Milan captain. Quality all over this French part. There's not many weakness spots you can see. They might be the weakest there now, Adrien Rabiot. And Kylian Mbappe now. Touch tight there, Lema. And he wins a foul there, Kylian Mbappe. And straight away you can see they're going to be touch tight to him. They're going to deny him any spaces on the ball. Fantastic energy in this arena. Fantastic intensity start this game here. Austria want to put their foot down early, make a stand, and set a standard early here to try and keep a hold of. Pence there setting his one-man wall in Lema. Conrad Lema in that wall there. Antoine Griezmann to take a very dangerous spot for a free kick here. The left-footed outswinger from goal. Initial contact. Dante, I believe. That'll be ushered out for a French throw. Obviously, this game a part of Group C, a very dangerous group. You assume the French will be favourites for this group, but wow, you just never know. There's always a plot twist here in these European Championships. So far, looking around the groups, Germany top their group, Spain are topping their group, England are topping their group. As it currently stands, the Netherlands are topping this current group, with Romania topping Group E. High boot means Meccano wins a free kick there for the French. And the balls with William Saliba. He's finally getting continual play time here in the French national team after some, I guess, complaints with lack of game time he was getting with how well he'd played over the last 24 months. But he's an established centre-half now in this team alongside the Bayern Munich centre-half, Dale Upamecano, who will know this arena well here in Hamburg. Here is that Bayern centre-half on the ball. Finds N'Golo Kante in midfield, whose touch initially evades him. And Greg Richards, quick to close down that space there. Mbappe away from the original tackle. And Theo Hernandez was upended. A strong challenge with a foul. Dancer once again in the thick of things early on here. Theo Hernandez cut inside, got his head down and played the pass, and Dancer had nowhere else to go other than to upend the AC Milan left back. And another dangerous spot from a free kick. This one a bit more central. Antoine Griezmann will look to probably set this ball up towards the back post where the big targets are Rabiot, Upamecano, William Saliba. By the way, fantastic kits here for the French. On a side note, they are fantastic. And Antoine Griezmann's free kick here to take. Lifts it towards the back post. It's away from Danso. Second ball, one there well. Great challenge in there. Wemme. Here's a French story still though. Good energy, good start to this game. Austria wanted to probably established himself early with that counter press. Has done that well. Doing it well right here. Getting high up the pitch, forcing the French back. Not letting it just to come onto them as easy as some other teams have done this tournament so far. It's good energy, good intensity will be of benefit for the Austrians, but you don't want to be exposing yourself too much by rolling too high up the pitch, because the more space you open up this man here, Kylian Mbappe, the more likely you're going to concede from the great man who just loves international tournaments. There's the manager, Ralf Rangnick, on screen. He's the man that's implemented this system for the Austrians. Koundé's ball tipped by Marcel Sabitzer out for a French throw. There's Ralf Rangnick, and as you can see in the back of the screen, the David Alaba, who will miss this tournament. That's a big loss for the side. Their most skillful player, I think, and dangerous in terms of playing centre half as well, can impact so many different ways this game. As Thuram looks to skip past the initial tackle, ends up fouling Danso in the process, who's been at the heart of everything at the moment, fouling people and getting fouled at the moment. There's Didier Deschamps. And that's been very successful with a very stacked generation of French players here. They looked at want to add one more trophy to that cabinet, and very, very winnable this tournament here, you'd think. That ball just played out by Weber. He's going to have a very big job today in this game to hold on as long as possible and keep the French away from goal as long as they possibly can. There's William Saliba. Magnan's clearance is high into the Dusseldorf sky. Picked off by Antoine Griezmann. And he frees Theo Hernandez, who's already up and running. And here comes Kylian Mbappe now in behind. It's Mbappe. Oh. I think saved the near post from the Austrian goalkeeper, Pence. But once again, Griezmann dropping in the midfield. Theo Hernandez getting ahead of steam. Getting fouled yet again. And Kylian Mbappe, that's too much real estate for the great man to have him behind. And when he's in that position there, you think he cuts the ball back to Marcus Thuram, or at least look for that far post, but looks like a decent save in the end. The first warning shot's fired by the French. There is Theo Hernandez now. Whips the ball in, and Pence easy to catch. Or the first warning shot 8 minutes into this game. And it's Kylian Mbappe, of course it is, to fire the warning shot. If you're joining us, ladies and gents, smash a like on it. Let me know your score prediction in the comments section. Obviously a massive game, this one here. France, they started their European Championships. And as I said at the start, the top of the show is we've got Germany have set a benchmark. Spain has sort of matched it or surpassed it in many regards. And now it's time for the French to see where they lay among some of the big boys here. There's Danso. Back with talented centre half. Saliba off to cover that one off. Momentarily lost possession. John Rabiot wins that back and is fouled by Gregory there. He's made the foul. Now Jules Koundé. As the French continue to look to dictate the pace of this game, control the momentum in this game through possession. When we're in well. That's a foul from N'Golo Kante. Grillage. There's the chance here for Austria just to control the pace of the game here in possession. Again, it's been a key factor for a lot of these games, especially these underdog teams. Is despite defending deep for a majority of the game, it's important to still have moments on the ball. Still have moments when you're trying to take the game to the opposition, because if you just sit and sit and sit, the I guess Romania show you can do another counter attack, but you still got to have that edge and want to go forward. And I think that's what Austria have to do today, especially with how much energy they'll expend playing Ralph Rangnick's counter-pressing football, especially against the quality and pace of this French side. We've already seen that Mbappe's been able to get in behind. Theo Hernandez is able to get his head down and running at defenders more often than not. So you've got to have that balance in possession as well to try and save some of your legs instead of running around the park for all game. As I've broken through that initial press down and one way now down this left-hand channel. And he'll find Gullit. Drive into a space, gets a return ball. Now Konrad Laimer. In Weme now. Great ball towards the back post. And Tawana got the initial contact, and that's kept in by Mike Magnan. Positive start there. Posh coming in at that back post. We've seen that a few times in the Serie A. Wing back to wing back. And Weme looks like he's capable of going forward, capable to be on the ball, and playing that dangerous ball across into the area. Antoine Griezmann. And Weme done well to hold off Ousmane Dembele. Thuram, touch tight mark by Posh, but he's fouled him in the process. As wing backs going to be so important this game here to shut down the danger the French have in the flanks and the pace they have in the flanks. Speaking of, is Theo Hernandez. Oh, flushed it across the goal. And again, Theo Hernandez is right now the best player in the park. Working 1-2 interplay, making the run in behind. He gets into a dangerous spot here, and that's a cross, I think, initially, but no one there to get in that dangerous area. What we've seen there from the first opening 13 minutes is, I guess, a willingness for Mbappe and Marcus Thuram to be fluid in their positioning. As we, I guess, always know, Antoine Griezmann's willingness to sit in deep, drop into midfield and open up spaces for the likes of Mbappe, Dembele and Thuram to operate in. And I think so far what we've seen is Austria are going to be able to take it to the French here in terms of keeping possession in key moments. Is if they can have a clinical edge in the final third, can they cause problems for the French side, make them have to defend, not only just attack and go forward, because right now it seems to be one-way play. As in Golo Kante gets a nice little nutmeg on Konrad Laimer. There's a chance again for Austria. It's Stefan Posch. Want to accurate the passes, keep possession for as long as possible here as we approach a third of the way through the first half here. Great little roll from Baumgartner. Jules Koundé's done well. It was a dangerous little ball from Grealish. Now Antoine Griezmann set a very dangerous task, which is too much for him. Maximilian Werber will come across the cover. And there's Grealish. Say what? Nice tempo to this game here. Better than yesterday's early morning kickoff in Australia, that Serbia-England game, which saw an early goal, but didn't see much action outside of that. That pass was poor from Danso. Sent it to touch there. There's that turn from Baumgartner. Oh, and a clear ball as well in the action. That clearance early as far as Danso. And he's deemed to have fouled Kylian Mbappe in the build-up. Here's William Saliba. Dave Upamecano. And positive so far for the Austrians. And it's the first real time we've seen a French team without Hugo Lloris for the last few major tournaments here for the French. As Antoine Griezmann plays in Ousmane Dembele. A great charging run and taken out by Maximiliano Urban, an early yellow card for the centre half. And there's the danger of Ousmane Dembele. When he gets his head down and gets running at defenders, it's very, very hard to stop him. Ducks inside of the Mermaid challenge, skips past Verba, and then taken out in the process. It's a very early yellow card for the centre half. He's going to have to be more careful now for the next 70 odd minutes in this game here. Now another dangerous spot for Antoine Griezmann to whip that ball into the area and cause problems here for his Austrian side. It's Griezmann to take. It's in and into the hands of a very glad Pence. Verba there now. And Danso now. Towards the area, away from Bacano. Danso now. Oh. Posh's header came straight back at Danso. And he's going to foul now off Adrien Rabiot. Been at the heart of everything, Kevin Danso at the moment. Fouled twice, fouled people 3 times. Can't keep him out of it at the moment. A chance here for a set piece for Austria to try and produce something of danger. Something of real quality here and potentially catch the French out early as we approach the 18th minute mark here. There's Posh, his ball blocked out from N'Golo Kante. There's Weber. Nicked off by Adrien Rabiot. And now green grass ahead of Antoine Griezmann. Dembele joins him. Griezmann cutting inside. And that shot crowded out by the Austrians. Once again, though, you can't give that ball away and allow the French to counter-attack you because the pace, the danger in forward areas, that's the last thing you want if you're an Austrian fan. Took too long on that. Grealish, I think, was there trying to receive that ball. Once Rabiot wins it and leashes Antoine Griezmann, he could have played in Ousmane Dembele. Chooses to shoot in the end, and that space closed very, very quickly. Griezmann to take the corner. The in-swinger. Flicked on. And an important touch there at the back post from the Austrian side. There's Mbappe down on the left-hand channel now. Skips past the first challenge. Can't get past the second challenge to Grealish. And there's Weibold. And Grealish again. For a minute there's some willing runners forward for Austria. And here they are. Oh, Gregovic pass couldn't find the intended target. There's Lama pressing hard up the pitch and causing some problems here. The French forced back yet again with this press. This is what Austria are going to bring. I said it in the prediction. It's not going to be one-way traffic. It's important, though, for the French to just withstand this pressure and try and play through this press. But a positive start. We're seeing Grealish here just grabbing a hold of that left-hand calf. He'll need some treatment here. I hope he's not injured because it's been a very industrious start for him in the midfield area. Getting into tackles, closing down spaces. You'll see that Mbappe initial chance in the opening 10 minutes there. It was fed through well, all created by Teo Hernandez. It seems whenever he's been at full steam, It's helped this French team out. In the end, it was on target. It was an important save by Pence to put it past his near post. An expected save, but when Mbappe's coming with that sort of pace and the finishing that he normally has, it's going to be a tough chance in goal to try and deny that. Got the thumbs up there from the medical staff. It looks like Gulic is fine to continue. And maybe just from that initial contact with Kylian Mbappe and that challenge earlier. As Ralph Rangnick, he's got his side humming early on here against the French. Positive possession for the French in dangerous areas, but nothing of real massive showing yet. 55% possession to 45% of the Austrian side. Only 20 passes separates two sides, but so far the 4 shots, 1 on target for the French, much greater than the Austrians, who haven't had a shot yet on target. Hasn't yet had a shot to test Mike Maignan yet. There's William Saliba. Teo Hernandez initially there, cut off, and they'll win the throw there, Austria. There's Zaywald on the ball. Danso, the man, he hasn't been involved in everything so far. He's been man involved in all this drama so far in this game. If you're joining us, ladies and gents, let us know your score prediction in the comment section. I've gone with 3-1 for this game here. There's Posh. And Grealish now. There's Maximilian Weber. Wene. Wins a corner off Ousmane Dembele. And a chance now for a corner kick. Set piece to see how the Austrians can do from this situation here. Captain Sabitzer attack. He hasn't seen much of the football so far. The Dortmund man's had a very strong end to the season, not only in domestic football, also in the European stage of the Champions League. It's been massive for Borussia Dortmund. He'll have a right-footed in-swinger, but Mike Maignan very strongly coming out to claim. The AC Milan man releases quickly to find Antoine Griezmann. Jules Koundé, as the commentators are mentioning, yes, the weight that Mike Maignan had to make, because Hugo Lloris has always been the preferred goalkeeper for Didier Deschamps. Only finally replaced by Mike Maignan as Teo Hernandez once again gets his head down and driving. And there's a lot of space now for Ousmane Dembele on the right-hand channel. Didn't get his head up though, and Dembele looks very, very upset with that, as he should be. There's a lot of green grass to run into for Ousmane Dembele. Once again though, the left back creating a lot of things for France here, creating problems for the Austrians, who so far struggle to stop him. Grealish finds the left back here in Weme. Baumgartner brought down. No penalty though, just more of a side to side. Very smart feet earlier. They create some space. Now, the French are winning that ball back, and a great little pace and zing to this game so far. Back and forth at times. Griezmann finds Ousmane Dembele. He's hugging this right-hand flank. And his first touch is not good enough. It's out of play. So far, it seems like Teo Hernandez in the left-hand channel and Weme down the other left-hand channel for both teams have been there. The key avenues forward. The dangers. The players who are creating the attacks for both sides. Here's Konrad Laimer. He turns and drives and finds Posh. His cross is blocked away by Teo Hernandez, but again, very, very positive. That territory battle is slowly becoming more even and even as the minutes go on here. We have come to approach the half-hour mark in this game here, but very, very impressed what Austria's put up here. It's Posh's throw to take. Looking for a deep throw, you'd think. Towards Gregorich. That looks like a foul from Weme on N'Golo Kante. He hasn't had a chance to really establish himself yet in this game in terms of that real workhorse breaker up the game. Oh, That's a very poor challenge in Wemmer. But it felt like, yeah, the midfield should have been bypassed for the French, and maybe that was by design and not probably the most talented midfield on the park. I think the attacking trio of Austria, much stronger. Konrad Laimer alongside Baumgartner and also Marcel Sabitzer in that area there as the park as well. Obviously that interplay between Mbappe and Tao Hernandez, that silky little touch there to refine the AC Milan left back, who gives the ball away through the press here. There's Grealish, who turns away from and then plays into the French pressure. But this press early has caught the French out. Now Koundé, bit of space. They've gotten past that initial press. This is what the French have to do now. Wins a throw up from Wene. The intensity, the energy's been there from the Austrians. The French have met it so far, but haven't surpassed it yet. As Grealish now turns his man. Doesn't have much options to go to, but to reverse it back to Pence. Here's Maximilian Verber, the only man on the yellow card so far in this game. As we nearly get towards the half-hour mark, it's a Kylian Mbappe chance, probably the biggest chance of the game so far, which was touched past the near post by goalkeeper Pence. But outside of that, it's been a game of a lot of energy, a lot of chances, but a lot of press, counter-press type football. A lot of tactics involved in this one here so far. Gregory won that initial contact. And Saliba's clearance was far from convincing. Meccano's brought down the Austrian striker, who's been told to get back up from referee. There's Laimer and Grealish and Baumgartner. Unable to get away from Jules Koundé or N'Golo Kante for that matter. Dembele, when a long touch tight to him. And the referee has just taken a talking to Nwene here, who's reacted quite poorly to the sound of that free kick. Got to worry about the yellow card situation with that one there. There's that challenge from Meccano and Gregovic, who was deemed not to be a foul. Cards keeping in the pocket for the referee so far outside of that Maximilian Verber challenge. I like that so far. It's been an intense game. A lot of challenges been going in, back and forth. Real high energy type affair so far. With Meccano in search for Dembele. And his touch evades him and goes out of play. And Weme's been very impressive so far. Austria have lasted at least half an hour here without conceding. Not really conceding a big chance either, to be honest. As Mbappe finds Adrien Rabiot and now Tao Hernandez, who always want to get up and down the left-hand flank. Always want to get forward and create chances. Laimer in well and Mbappe. Here's Jules Koundé. He had a indifferent season for Barcelona after last season's heroics. Danto yet again in thick of the action there, and seems to have collected Marcus Thuram, who's holding his head and taking some extra moments here to collect himself. Don't think there's much in that. Thuram's made the most of that. To side that Thuram's claiming his head contact. Yeah, Deschamps didn't like it. The referee was quite fine to oblige with that. The Austrians will recommence play with Patrick Punt. Now with Verber. Great pressing from the front there from Antoine Griezmann, not letting the Austrians out easy. He had a very, very solid season for Atletico Madrid, something that went under the radar with his goal and assist contributions in this slightly revamped Simeone system. Look to carry some of that form over to this French side here to help out the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele up top there. The French have been waved on for advantage. Here's William Saliba. Speaking about good form, that's someone who's probably in world best form at the moment. Probably the best centre-back in the world currently right now, William Saliba. And finally getting his chance in this French side for consistent minutes and consistent starts. The side has been so deep in talent and quality. He's had to wait his time. To some people's opinion, too long, but he's finally there now in that starting 11, and that ball is well and truly over Theo Hernandez's head. This game's just levelled out a little bit here. The Austrians have really taken it to the French and not caused them problems as of yet, but have been a side that's not made it easy so far. Here's Griezmann. Trying to get away. And loses the ball in a dangerous spot. And here's Baumgartner. And a run from Kevin Lamer. And Mike Maignan keeps that ball out from preventing it from going out for a corner kick. Great closing there from William Saliba, but poor Inisti not reading that game well enough. There's Rabiot. And Mbappe drifted out wide left now. And he returned that ball to Adrien Rabiot. There is Seiwald. Dante's clearance only as far as Mbappe. Shots blocked again by Seiwald. Mbappe again. Hunting this ball. The new Real Madrid man. Plays back to Theo Hernandez. His ball's in the Marcus Thuram direction. Rene's done well to win the initial contact, but it's come back to Ousmane Dembele now. He looks to size up the Austrian left back. That's a free kick against Rene. I think it's an accumulation of challenges there. It's a yellow card for Rene now. Now we've got both left-hand side defenders for the Austrians on a yellow card, and Rene and also Maximilian Weber. So they're going to have to tread a little bit more carefully. That's a poor challenge there from the left back. He missed the ball completely and took all of Dembele's shins in the process. Griezmann again on the set piece. Very tight angle this one here. Does he stand that ball up or does he roll it to the edge of the area? He ends up just smacking that in towards the near post. With Sarwood got in the way of. Now a chance for Konrad Laimer to break. And Baumgartner. Joined by Posch. Who looks for Konrad Laimer at the back post. He's headed towards goal. And Mike Maignan makes the best of that. That's a poor decision for Konrad Laimer. Sabitzer was never going to make that position. He's someone like Keeley, the captain. He hasn't had much of the football so far in this game. He might need to drop in deep in midfield and try and get a touch of the football. He's so important for this side. I said he's carried some great form over with Borussia Dortmund, and they're making that UEFA Champions League final. He was important in that run. We've seen so far, the Austrians are happy to throw numbers forward. They're happy to commit numbers on the counter-attack when they win that ball back. And you're seeing there, and look at the stats. 6 attempts, 1 on target of the French. Obviously none so far for the Austrians, but possession battle very even. I don't think we saw that happening. That's just down to the press, down to the willingness to play on the ball from the Austrians. Win the ball back like that. And when they wins it, Gregoritsch with the turn, holding the ball up well against Upamecano. And now Grealish, he's got space to drive into. And play Gregoritsch. His early ball finds Sabitzer, and it's a return ball. Oh, and what a save. Mike Maignan to denied Baumgartner. And that looked like a certain goal. Fantastic. Grealish driving to space. Gregoritsch, the forward, turns into an attack, a wide player, whips the ball into Sabitzer, and he's touched the find. A willing runner in Baumgartner, and he looked just to sort of knock it past Mike Maignan, but the AC Milan keeper got a very, very important right foot onto that right shin And that denied the massive chance, and that was it for the Austrians. Fantastic Marc Mignon coming out of his goal, making himself big. And the first chance, a real chance the Austrians have had, was nearly the decisive chance. And what a save for Marc Mignon. Here's your warning shot, France. Winning the ball back half the pitch. Gregoritsch drifting out wide. Grulic was driving to that zone and just became a fluid front four in many regards. With the centre half whipping the ball in towards the number 10. And the attacking midfielder getting on the end of that little smart touch from Sabitzer. Now chance for France to come back. Marcus Thuram, who's drifted out wide left once again. Posh wins that ball back off the Inter Milan forward. Austrian ball. And wow, they've come to play the Austrians, I tell you what. There's Ousmane Dembele. Bit of space for him to run into. This is what we haven't seen so far. And went in well, though. Oh, that's a poor back pass, Van Wemme. Dembele picks it up. Sabitzer in the way. Now Mbappe's drifted out on the right now. Quick feet. Skips past in Wemme. Oh, it's into the own net. And it's an own goal. And it's Maximilian Verber. He's put it onto his own net. And after a massive moment on the one end, it's the French on the other end to make it 1-0. And it's all created by that man, Kylian Mbappe. When you hit a big moment, up steps the biggest man on the pitch. And Kylian Mbappe's made it himself. And France have taken the big chance here in this game. Massive chance by down one end. Only minutes before. Poor half clearance. Comes back to Dembele, feeds in Mbappe, who's now drifted out into the right. He's sort of had a fluid roll across all front three positions. And his dangerous cross with pace across the 6-yard box ends up being headed across and into his own net by Maximilian Verber, who's had a solid start to the game, but had to get some contact on that ball because Antoine Griezmann was waiting and just headed into the wrong spot. Ends up knocking it across the goal into the back of the net. And you can say France deserved it, but unjust for the Austrians, who are just starting to kick into gear, you think. And after 38 minutes, is a Verber own goal. Open to scoring here in what has been a very, very exhilarating opening. Over half an hour here in this game here. France 1-0. Not through the most conventional terms. It's a Verber own goal. But created once again by that superstar, Kylian Mbappe. And Ralph Rangnick's got a lot of things to think about now. How does he set his side up now? Do they continue to play this counter-pressing style of football? Because it's worked so far. And how it's been for a lot of the Euros, when a team looks like they're just fading out of a game, they find a way back in and find a goal. And Skriniar has stayed down and looks to be in a bit of discomfort for that challenge by N'Golo Kante. Resume play now after that. A bit of treatment there to midfielder. There's Grulic now, the man. He's been involved in everything. Now Verber. Man, there's the decisive touch so far. And that pass was poor. Asking too much of Wene. We ushered behind for a goal kick. It's his touch that's given France the lead. It was all Kylian Mbappe's fantastic work down the right-hand channel. And his fluidity across taking up all three positions in the front three. I think has caused problems for the Austrian side. I think that's what created that goal. His ability to drift down to that right-hand channel, overload alongside Ousmane Dembele, caused problems, a great press. Then once you got Kylian Mbappe running at you and whipping all into the area, you have to get a touch onto something. And end up finding the back of the net. Here's Posh to Lema. And he wins a corner off William Saliba. And a chance for Austria. Can they produce something of real quality from this set piece? Marcel Sabitzer's right foot outswinging it. Will bring the one to bring this ball into the area. Gregoric. Danso, the ones to aim for. It is Danso, and his contact's very poor, almost back where it came from. Kunde's clearance is only as far as Marcel Sabitzer. And Lama's pass intercepted by Kylian Mbappe. Stefan Posch now. Grilic has been also involved in everything that's happened in this game in midfield. Rybald and Grilic. That's a poor pass to the midfielder. Picked off by Ousmane Dembele. We're into the final 2 minutes of play in regulation here. Thuram set her on. That ball allowed to bounce, and Upamecano gets the initial header. Picked off by Lima. Intercepted by Upamecano, the two. Bundesliga players go head to head. There's Kunde. Wober's header out, picked up by Ousmane Dembele. And Sabitzer. And Baumgartner's touch is poor. Now picked up by Antoine Griezmann. And Marcus Thuram now. I haven't seen much of him. He's done a lot of unselfish work opening up space for Kylian Mbappe so far. There's Theo Hernandez and Adrien Rabiot. And there's Mbappe. And Griezmann. Done well in there by Seiwald. And Baumgartner's touch is poor, and Rabiot's done well to come across and break the play up. And he's underratedly quick, Adrien Rabiot. Closing down spaces and making up time there on Baumgartner. Fantastic energy, fantastic intensity to start of this game here. Challenges flying in. Counter presses and presses back and forth. So far, it's an own goal. Has been the one that separates both teams. Here's Rabiot now. Positive signs this game's going to be a very good watch here. Late kickoff on day 4 from the Euros. There's Magnan. In search for Dembele. That pass ends up into touch. There's Verba. And Dante now. And Grilic. And Verba. How about Kevin Danso? Rumors of about a minute. So he played about a time. Which makes sense. A lot of this game is being played on the park. Not much carry on has been made. Only one goal. Decisive goal coming from the head of Maximilian Verba. His own goal gives the French a 1-0 lead here as we approach this 1 minute of stoppage time. That pass is poor from Grilic. Coude nicks it. Dembele now takes it. Initially crowded out by the Austrians, but Griezmann's ball is great to Kylian Mbappe. And Pence is out there and done well. Very, very well. To deny Kylian Mbappe, looked destined to find his way through on goal. For once, Kylian Mbappe went through on goal, has not made the most of the chance. That's a shock. And that lax pass there by Grilic always come to hurt his side. That's the danger when you play France. They might be sitting deep and defending, but if they win the ball back, they'll be in the other end in a flash with the pace they've got in forward areas. Here's Conrad Lima. 15 seconds to play now in the first half. So old. To Grealish. Looks at the fullback. Posh. Looks a whipper. Left-footed ball into the area. It's initiated away by Jules Koundé. And that shall be that. First half action. Entertaining. It took a Maximin Verba touch from Mbappe's great work down the right-hand channel to put the ball in his own net. And that 30th minute own goal is the difference so far. It's Austria 0, France 1. I'll be going for a quick break here at halftime. I'll be back for the start of the second half in a very, very engaging game here from Group C. I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, to fix the camera up. Not that one. It's chaos here. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Yeah, without a visual, which is really annoying. Well, there's no visual for the time being, but I'll try and sort that out while the game kicks off here. It's a bit strange. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're back. We are back. Okay. We had some problems. We fixed the problems. Second half action. It's been a chaotic stream, this one, hasn't it? We are back. Posh's first shot there, just heading over the crossbar. Right. I think we're cooking with gas. Here comes Jules Koundé. There's Conte. Oh, Hernandez's ball is dangerous. Greason's bandage, that contact's already come off his head. Frenetic start on and off the pitch here in the live stream as well. Obviously coming to the second half, France kicking from right to left. The Austrians from left to right. Greason needing a new bandage after that one. Slide off his head quite easily. We've got, obviously, some substitutions you'd expect to be made soon. It's interesting to see how they all work out. I think it's actually the French as well. We might look to replenish some of the attacking options or the midfield options for the Austrians. I think it's same old for the first half. Keep playing this counter-pressing style. Keep throwing as many numbers as you think you can throw forward and just challenge the French here. They haven't dominated this game. The stats were in their favour. I'll bring the stats up now. 5 shots to the Austrians, 3, 53% possession, they're 47% possession. Passes are separated by 30. So they've had equal amount of the ball, equal amount of chances, I guess, as well in many regards. So that's me again. There we go. So yes, they might just look to continue to play that style and hopefully catch the French out. They had that massive chance to Baumgartner that was denied well by Mike Magnan. But if you get a similar chance like that, hopefully that our next player can take that opportunity and convert that into the back of the net. Poor chance there on Tao Hernandez. The form has been set there. The groundwork's been set now by the Austrian side so they can continue to perform. Obviously, the Maximilian Verber own goal in the 39th minute separates the two teams, but outside of that, very even, challenging type game. Ram thinks he should have a corner kick. He looks bamboozled by that decision, which I think it was off Posh. And yeah, it was off Posh's shoulder. Some poor refereeing decisions in terms of deciding if there's a goal kick or corner, but nothing poor in terms of major decision making. We've got Danso on the ball now. You can see how the pace of this game continues to go as we go deeper. It's been at a very high intensity for the first 15 minutes, I guess we can say. That first half was back and forth, the challenges flying in left, right and centre. Saliba plays into N'Golo Kante. Dale Upamecano retreats to Mike Maignan in goal. Finding the Barcelona man, Koundé. Kante gets his own ball back. His ball to Mbappe has been broken up. There's Baumgartner. And Posh now. Sideways. Austria looking to just get their stamp back on this game here. Struggle in the first 7 minutes. You haven't quite had that intensity at the first half, but they're just growing here in this game now. There's Baumgartner, reverse ball to Marcel Sabitzer in the lamer direction. Broken up well. Posh got to that ball first, wanted a foul. Not going to get it. And here come the French through Marcus Thuram. And Kylian Mbappe. Returning ball for Thuram. Weber stands him up and does very, very well. And the Austrians get back and cover ground fantastically well. In a flash, they were back there. I did go with a 3-1 prediction as my adjusted prediction as I came into this game. But I tell you what, it might be much closer than that. Here's Mbappe. Jules Koundé now on the opposite flank. Plays Ousmane Dembele. He's obviously got Wene and Weber both on yellow cards in the left-hand channel. He has to be very important in this second half here. Driving at defenders and maybe creating a bit of problems for those two on the yellows. Nearly 10 minutes into this second half here, and both teams have established themselves yet again. We'll look to see that same energy and same tempo off in the first half. Just that clock as well, the clock's off as well. It's just been chaotic here, this stream in the second half. Clock's wrong, no cameras, audio, thank God, is alright. Here comes Danso now. Grealish now. Been very, very good in midfield. Starting Weme has been very impressive for me. Here's Baumgartner now. Bit of space to run into. Thuram tracking him. Early ball broken up by William Saliba. And Rabiot just dinks that clear. And Mbappe's gotten free of Danso. And he's got to beat Weber to it. And Kylian Mbappe's put it wide. And I thought I was be saying Kylian Mbappe on the back of the net. An uncharacteristic miss from the great man. And I cannot believe that Kylian Mbappe has missed that chance. Lob ball got past Danso. Way too quick for Weber. He's on a yellow card. And just for some reason, doesn't get enough curl on the ball. And just sends it wide to the target. There's a lot of goal there to aim and finish in that corner. But he's shaking his head. I'm shaking my head. I can't believe it. Then Weme's been bundled to the ground. And that's a yellow card for Ousmane Dembele. So now Dembele and his opposite number, Weme, with yellow cards. Just a shove in the back there on the Austrian left back. And this game sprung to life again all of a sudden. After a quieter first 10 minutes, we've got a big miss from one of the greats of the game at one end, and then a yellow card and a counter-attack at the other end. And this is what we saw in that first half. This is more like it. Marcel Sabitzer on the edge of the area here. What can he deliver? Low at the near post. Deflected it behind by, I think that's Marcus Thuram in there. And Austria have their chance now to spring forward. And like I said, a lot in this tournament, when you miss a chance at one end, normally the opposition team takes it at the other end. That's just been the theme so far. Sabitzer to take. Oh, it looked like it was destined for Baumgartner, who was unmarked, but an important intervention by Thuram, I think, again. Sabitzer again. Attacking those adoring fans behind the goal. Austria again here. It's a very deep ball and to no one in particular. And Rabiot would just usher that one behind for a goal kick. A very poor delivery in the end. All that being said. That stat's just been said yet again. Kylian Mbappe yet to score a Euros goal. Despite all his quality in the World Cup. Obviously that great World Cup final hat-trick. Many memories made in the World Cup as well when he won the World Cup as a young man. But still yet to score in the Euro. That's quite funny. We're in the 58th minute now. Still 1-0 in that 30th minute. Verba own goal separates his two sides here. Despite Kylian Mbappe missing arguably the biggest and easiest chance of the game. You never thought you'd be saying that in this game here, that Kylian Mbappe is missing the easiest opportunity of the game. Austria playing with a bit of danger there. Mbappe pressing. Gregory's dropping in. Linked up with Konrad Laimer. And Koundé. Warrior out of possession there. Here's Zywald. Looking for Baumgartner. Very well from Teo Hernandez. Pretty Baumgartner under the ball. All three substitutes, Marko Arnautovic headlining those three substitutes ready to go. So Austria looking to change things up here at the hour mark. Wonder if the French will come and match that with some moves of their own. And Maximilian Verba all coming off. Now in the yellow card and the own goal. Vimet coming on, Arnautovic coming on. See Gregoric being pulled as well. For Arnautovic playing up top by the middle. And also Grilic in midfield just removed for Wimmer to play in midfield as well. There's Traun coming on at centre half. For Verba. Three key changes. Franix made the early call here on the hour mark to change things up. See if it makes an impact here in this game. It's Teo Hernandez. Now William Saliba. The ball picked up at Pence in the end. The Austrian fans are in fine voice. Sabitzer now. And Baumgartner. That ball for Posch at the back post. Didn't quite reach him. It's Konrad Laimer. Now Posch on his right hand channel. Here's now Baumgartner. And back to Marcel Sabitzer. And Zywald. And Austria just building some pressure with some possession. As I say that, they turn the ball over and here come the French. We know how good they are on the counter-attack. Mbappe finds Dembele. Went in for company. Looking for Mbappe. Just a little bit too much for the speedy forward. But once again, dangerous. You cannot lose the ball in dangerous spots to this French side because they will counter at pace. Switch ball circuit from Balgartner, who seems to have drifted out into his wide left-hand attacking midfield position. Return ball for Sabitzer, who's brought to ground. But nothing in that, says the referee. Of course, it'll all be checked, like every decision has been, through VAR. But it looked like just a bit of a side to more. Saliba does extend that arm, but I think he's almost looking for the contact in the end, Sabitzer. So I think it's the right call to make. Just seems like a coming together of just two bodies going for a 50-50 ball. So I don't think that should be a penalty. I think it's already been checked and cleared by the VAR. As Mark Magnon, yeah, got it all clear to take this goal kick. So there's, yeah, 50-50 decision of the game. I think it was the right decision made by the referee. We can get back to the football again. Lara wins that first header. Natchvich wins the second ball. And here come Austria again. Here comes Arnautovic now. Different sort of a striker, more of a physical figure. Might cause William Saliba some problems. Lamer. Zywald. So after these changes, it looks like Austria have had a bit of momentum here. They're the team stringing past together, winning the territory battle, pushing forward. You know, Saliba away, only as far as Danso. And that ball was out of play. And there's the stats again. Possession all evened up. Attempts in favour of the French, 6 attempts to 3. And 1 on target, only for the French. Should really have 2 on target, you'd think, and a 2-goal lead with Kylian Mbappe running through clear on goal. But there's your European bingo card ticked off. Mbappe missing a sitter. Conte to find Ousmane Dembele on the right-hand flank. Dembele cutting in. And his efforts high and wide of the goal. And when he's done quite well to hold off, Dembele spotting in a yellow. Especially in the second half. If you are joining us, ladies and gents, let us know your score prediction for this game here. Who's been your man of the match so far? It has to be Kylian Mbappe, but after missing that chance, I have to second guess myself. But he created that first goal single-handedly through his running and intensity and effort, and that ball into the dangerous spot, which Werner put into his own net. Baumgartner's done well there to drive at Jules Koundé and win a corner for Austria. And minute after minute, these attacks getting more quality after more quality and more numbers thrown forward at every single occasion. Wimmer with his corner to take an in-swinger. Arnautovic speaking to the Austrian captain now. He's got the armband back from. That's a poor corner. The amount of corners that do not go past the first man seriously surprised me. And Dembele's won that ball. And N'Golo Kante's joined him. And it's Griezmann. It's Marcus Thuram through the middle. Kanté inside. Around the outside. N'Golo Kante. Dinks it. Danso wins that first header. Rabbit with the second ball. And Posh. Rabbit does best. Now it's held that ball up well, and that's the class I like to see, him v Saliba. Saliba a bit of a Rolls Royce, doesn't like to do the dirty work, so To see how he does against a physical striker. As we've got Teo Hernandez in left-hand channel now. And that cut back to Griezmann. Just evades his outstretched legs. Dembele cuts out to Jules Koundé. And body's in the way yet again. And Austria holding on. As has been the theme of this game, back and forth. Now Marcel Sabitzer getting Austria flying forward. In searching for Wimmer. Teo Hernandez as well to get his body in the way. And win that ball back. But end to end now. As most games do in this European Championship, around that 70-minute mark, it just starts to open up. I think they're going to try and go and try and find an equaliser, Austria. They're throwing numbers forward. They're willing to go quick. Try and catch the French off guard, but it might work against their favour because they've got threes number forward. You know there'll be less numbers back defensively to cover the likes of this man here, Kylian Mbappe. Dinks inside. Plays a crossfield pass to Ousmane Dembele. The Paris Saint-Germain man plays N'Golo Kante. He fakes a shot, rolls in. Marcus Thuram with a fantastic save, and Patrick Pence up to the challenge. Fantastic ball from N'Golo Kante to find Marcus Thuram. That shot looked destined for the back of the net. Dembele, his ball in. Half cleared by Danso on as far as Rabiot. And the French have locked the Austrians in here on the edge of their own area here. Upamecano. Saliba. Now Teo Hernandez. Less than 15 minutes to play now. The French just turn the vice a little bit. Increase the pressure. Turn the heat up here on the Austrian side. It might tell here a second goal would be a killer, you think, in this game here. With how much effort Austria have put in to try and find an equaliser. A second for the French would basically kill the game off. Magnan rolled into Rabiot. And Saliba. And Rabiot again. Posh in tight on Thuram. And finds Conrad Lamb. It looks to dink over the top of Saliba. But Kante's there to clean up again like he always does. Does fantastic yet again. He's grown as this game has gotten deeper and seems to have picked up so many different positions. His tank at aerobic capacity to keep running and covering grass is showing yet again. Slower start him and Rabiot, but as the game's deepened, their impact in this game has gotten greater and greater. That's a great first touch from Baumgartner. Skips past Koundé. But Koundé's back to cover yet again. And deny that corner. He gets a throw now for Austria. Their turn to go forward and attack. Baumgartner looking dangerous. Wimmer looking dangerous coming on as well. You think if you're Austrian, of an Austrian persuasion, Wimmer, Baumgartner, these sort of players in these wide attacking areas, they're the ones you want to find the ball to. And Archibald's holding the ball up well. A bit lucky with the deflection there. His ball falling short of Baumgartner. A chance for France to come back. Rabiot. And now William Saliba. So 20 minutes to play. My brain is frazzled. I said 15 minutes earlier. It's 20 minutes now to play. Let's hit the 70-minute mark. First looks at French substitutions. Camavinga reading himself. And I think looks like Colomboani as well down there. So Thuram might be having his day finish early. And you think Rabiot would be replaced by Eduardo Camavinga midfield. That's how well N'Golo Kante has played, especially the second half. There are other substitutions. Colomboani actually on for Ousmane Dembele. And it is Adrien Rabiot to be replaced by Eduardo Camavinga as well. So the Champions League winner enters the field. And that man had that massive chance in the World Cup final. I still haven't forgiven it for allowing Messi to win a World Cup. Colomboani enters the pitch as well. He's had a bit of a so-so season. Club Football Colomwani, but chance here for the national team to do it yet again, perform yet again. And instantly into the game here, Colomwani. One back though by Baumgartner. With Patrick Pence. Both sides made some changes. Austria with the triple substitution. France with the double substitution at the 70th minute. Maybe in counteracting to this little spell of some quality Austrian attacks. There's Lima. The poor pass back to Posh, and that's out of play for a France throw. Well, we're so far so good in this game. Done enough so far to get all 3 points in the opening game of Group C for them. But by no means is this game over. Austria, we've seen, have caused some problems in the second half, and that's a massive chance on their own. He goes Tailman out. Hasn't seen much of him since the opening 20 minutes. Let's double back to the Real Madrid man, Camavinga and Thuram. And a great return ball from Tao Hernandez to Thuram, who's faced up Danso, cuts inside, and his effort was poor. Oh, poor pass. Nearly turned over. An offensive area there. Danso. And when they back to Patrick Pants. Now Danso. Fired in towards Wimmer. And now Lima. Space for Posh to operate. Poor pass behind him though. Sort of kills the momentum of that attack there. Back to Wimmer now. And that pass is even worse. Behind him Wene. And a throw for the French now. Who, surprisingly, will be counting down the minutes, I think. With Austria trying to tighten the pressure, increase the pressure on this French side. Has not been easy, but probably an ideal opening game to build some momentum in this tournament. There's Posh now and Conrad Lima. Wimmer, he wins the foul off Eduardo Camavinga. His first impact is to foul the central midfielder. Grayson looks like he's in a bit of spot of bother here. Oh, to the high extent of the knee. That does not look good. He's back up on his feet though. The Austrians don't like it since he got treatment off the pitch. The referee's allowed him though to come back on the pitch. 5-minute take. He won it. He'll take it. Chance for a set piece here from Austria. The whip ball in towards the back post. Oh, and in the end, a pivotal touch by Magnan. Very commanding goalkeeper. You see Milan, man. As you see that scoreboard one more time with 15 minutes to play. It's Verber's 38th minute own goal. That separates these two teams still. Kevin Danso. Stefan Posh. Wimmer now. We're going to find the fullback yet again. Tao Hernandez across well. He's defended very, very well in the second half. Had a very great start to the game in terms of attacking wise. Look like he's applying himself back into this game here. Wimmer. Oh. That ball had a lot of whip in it there. It looked like it was just about to dip it to the back of the net for a minute. Wimmer's come on and caused problems. Delivery, pace, passing, dribbling. And that ball there just kept dipping and wow. Nearly found the far corner. There's Lime winning that ball back and bit of sustained Austrian pressure here. Seiweld's pass is poor. Picked up by Colomwani. Now Kunde finds Colomwani. Looks to go past. Danso's done very well yet again. He's had a fantastic game. Kevin Danso. And wins a foul off Colomwani. Just physically outstrengthed Colomwani, then wins the foul off the Paris Saint-Germain man. That clearance by Upmakan only finds Wimmer. He's done very well in tight area there to find Posh. That's Seiweld. She's just keeping the French in their own half the time being. Playing around them, but that pass there, that's always that final pass trying to open up space in the final third that has not been going their way. However, that press is fantastic. And there's Conrad Leimer and Baumgartner. Oh, and Magnon's out well. And has hurt himself in the process. And Baumgartner, for a second time, has been denied by Mike Magnon. That chance looked like it. Just too much on that ball for Conrad Leimer. He went flying in. And fair play to Mike Magnon. He's put his body and face and torso and everything on the line there to try and keep Baumgartner out from finding the back of the net. He got there first, but the follow-through he collected Mike Magnon equally. So I think Mike Magnon collected Baumgartner as well. Looks like the referee is going to give a yellow card there to Baumgartner for the challenge, I think, which he's debating on the floor while he's lying down. Which I think both agree that he got the ball first to. But as much as you can argue, the referee has handed out the yellow card to the attacking midfielder. He's looked very dangerous come the second half. Bit of respect in those two. They've competed very well, probably two of the better players in this game, all in all. Magnon has commanded that box to an elite level in this game. And is ever deserving of this clean sheet if they get it in this game, the French. AC Milan, man, will take this kick and send the French forward. Kunde was done that quite well there. Conte now. Colomwani back to N'Golo Conte. He does win a throw for the French. We're into the final 10 minutes of this game here, which has been entertaining. Not too many clear-cut opportunities, but much more entertaining than last night's late game between England and Serbia. Referee just getting his own touch of the football in this build-up as well. So we drop ball for the French. Pop up with the French now. Here's Jules Koundé. See Austria's pressed high up the pitch. Almost man marking now. Here goes Marcus Thuram. He finds Antoine Griezmann. And Colin Mawani. And return ball, Griezmann just wasn't on the same wavelength. And now Wimmer. And Austria look to come the other way. He finds Baumgartner, who turns. Saliba in well, physically strong. Camavinga holds off Lima. Now Kylian Mbappe. Looks for a return ball to Camavinga, who's cut back. Oh. And Thuram's out to the foot effort. Didn't have enough real zing and power behind it. So quite easy for Patrick Pence. Now Wimmer, a space is unopened up all over the park. Baumgartner. He's fouled by Antoine Griezmann. Austria's time is dwindling here as this game goes deeper. Looks like legs getting more and more fatigued as if they can find an avenue towards goal. And then once they do, can they have that real clinical edge in the final third to get past a very informed Mike Maignan? Those fans believe. They're in full voice. If these players believe as much as the fans do, because they've produced a great 83 minutes so far. Can they produce another magic moment here in the last 7 or so minutes? Mwene and Sabitzer over this ball. It's Sabitzer. Doesn't get past for the first man. Colomwani looks to beat Mwene. Now a chance for the French to come the other way. Mbappe on the far left-hand side here. That's the target. And taken down by the new Real Madrid man fantastically well. Silky smooth. And he was blocked off by Konrad Lima. He initially won the ball, but got a yellow card for his antics afterwards. I think he believes he hasn't won the ball. And he hasn't hit Mbappe in the face, so I can see he's on. Oh, he has hit him there in the no, it is a fair foul in the end. Maybe not a yellow worth, but I think that reaction afterwards probably warranted a yellow card for the RB Leipzig, former RB Leipzig man, current Bayern Munich man, Konrad Lima. Here is Antoine Griezmann. He's had a few set pieces today. Yet to produce a real dangerous one as of yet. Tough area to make something happen. Whip towards Mbappe and his headers take down. And Konrad Lima can release Wimmer. He's going to beat there to William Saliba. And it's Wimmer through on goal. And N'Golo Kante across yet again. He is fantastic, N'Golo Kante. And Mbappe seems to be down as well. Looks like Danso head sort of collides, or his shoulder sort of collides in Mbappe's head. He sort of heads down, he sort of hits into Danso's shoulder. Look at this attack here. Wimmer thought he was still on goal. You have to forget there's N'Golo Kante on the pitch. He's come across and broken that play up. And that's just N'Golo Kante career in a picture. Right there. Beats Saliba initially. Thinks he's through on goal. Here comes N'Golo Kante. Little master. Mbappe looks like he's gotten a blood nose from that collision. There's an earlier chance there. Teo Hernandez, he did find Antoine Griezmann in the end. He got connection onto it, just didn't quite get enough on it to direct it towards goal. There's Thuram's effort on goal as well, which was saved by Patrick Pence. They've had avenues to goal, but they haven't actually broken through, and felt like they made a real massive effort outside of that Kylian Mbappe big miss when he was one-on-one through a goal. I don't know if Mbappe will be able to continue here, his current state. It's all come from that header. He sort of heads down and then Danso's shoulder sort of rises up. So it's just an awkward moment where both are going in the opposite direction, have collected each other there. It looks like Mbappe will make way. That is a heavy blood. No, that is a lot of problems on that white shirt there, as you can see. Price is on for Austria. He replaces Mwene. So for the moment in time, France play with 10 men. All that stoppages, we've only got a minute and a bit now of regulation time, plus you'd think 5 or 6 minutes of stoppage time, to be honest. Here's a substitute. Oh, Baumgartner was destined to find that ball, you'd think. That ball finds touch, and that will allow Olivier Giroud. No, not to come on. Referee's allowed the game to continue. And Mbappe gets carded here. I think he's... I think it's all just sort of balled over here. So Mbappe would give a yellow for coming to the pitch without being invited back on. But by coming on and requiring some treatment, he'll allow the substitutions to be made. He will go off to the treatment room, you'd think, where that nose possibly is broken. And Griezmann will come off for Fofana. So with all that, how much time we got added on now? Giroud and Fofana come onto the pitch. Mbappe and Griezmann depart. And we have got unknown minutes left to play. It's all chaos here in this game. Wimmer. Teo Hernandez in the way. 9 minutes of out of time. There we go. That's what I thought would happen. So 8 minutes still to go of stoppages here. Zidlama's off. Schmidt on. A chance there for Posh to launch this ball in for the long throw. Which is once again too flat. And now another head collision in the box. Now Vimmer's down hurt on the floor. Let's have a look here. It is all happening here. Hard to keep a track on. Vimmer's just gone and headed Hernandez's forehead. So I think there's nothing in that. There's nothing in that at all. Here's another second minute of this added time. So 7 more to play. In this chaotic last 15 or 20 minutes. Magnan clears. France just going to get out of here with all 3 points and rest up for their next group game because this has been chaotic and tough. Tawanan is in the way. Camavinga. Haven't seen much of Vincent's coming on. Thuram's pass intercepted. Now a chance. Schmidt. That's a poor pass with his first touch of the football. Vima pressuring Tao Hernandez. And pressuring him well. Schmidt gets it back. And tries too much to go past Tao Hernandez. That was never going to happen. Olivier Giroud, he's gone down. And Danso picks up the yellow for the connection there on Olivier Giroud. The experienced Frenchman already showing his class, winning a free kick in an important moment here. So Danso picks up a yellow as well. Saliba. Upamecano. Nartovic, his pass poor. Broken up by Camavinga. Now Saliba. Tao Hernandez. It's France with the final avenue to goal now. Giroud. Tao Hernandez. Fofana. Now Jules Koundé. Picked up by Colomboani instead. His pass. Broken up by Posh. The free kick for Colomboani. Conte, and now Jules Koundé. Target Giroud. Poshness here away. Giroud fixes it back. There's Marcus Thuram. Denied by Posh again. He's beaten. Very good all game. Now Wimmer. Got a 4-on-2. That ball's deflected off Tao Hernandez to Sabitzer. Now Baumgartner. And Seibeld, that ball's poor. Jules Koundé says, anywhere will do. And there's some very tight legs in this pitch now. Halfway through the 9. Here come Austria again. Sabitzer. They're complained for a handball, which the referee, I think, has laughingly waved away quite quickly. Did hit an arm, but I think it was by his side. It's, yeah, basically behind his body, so I don't think you can give that. As the minutes tick down, we have just over 3 to go here in this game here. Boy, what a second half we've had. Chaos. Like this stream, the second half, it has been chaotic as well. The French 3 minutes away from opening up their campaign here with a massive win and a massive clean sheet as well against a A very challenging Austrian side. And similar to the other team that won in the group, the Dutch, it's not being crazy clinical or super aggressive or attacking. It's just very solid defensively and taking your moment when you need it. And that was through the 38th minute Verba own goal. Created by Kylian Mbappe's running. I've had that sort of game. There's been moments I've had, dangerous moments. There's a game that's been very end-to-end and physical. Colomboani and Olivier Giroud miskicks it. And you never think you'd be saying that Olivier Giroud and Kylian Mbappe both missed massive chances. That could have been the chance to wrap it all up. Can Austria make Giroud rue that missed opportunity? Sabitzer now. Great pass. Schmidt finds Posch. Looks to split 5 French defenders, which is never going to happen. And once again, it's anywhere will do for the French. 2 minutes now to go. Wimmer. We're back by Fofana. Advantage played. Here's Posch. Stands it up. It comes to the back post. Head up. Oh! I think it took a nick. And that looked like a huge chance. Navalaba firing up the fans. That took a nick off Camavinga and Saliba. You're nowhere near the goal end, but a corner they'll take. Wimmer with just over a minute to play. In front of those adoring Austrian fans behind this goal. What a moment this could be. Wimmer rips it in. Maignan away. Schmidt. Camavinga wins that first header. And now France are out. And it's Marcus Thuram. And it's a 3v3 power play forward here. Austria back well to hold up Thuram. And he looks like he's going to take it towards the corner flag. As N'Golo Kante. He skips past the Wimmer challenge. And finds Thuram. And gets it back off Thuram. And N'Golo Kante. My God. Fantastic there. Wimmer. Now Schmidt. 30 seconds to play. This game is incredibly stretched now. Here comes Baumgartner. And Sabitzer now on the right-hand channel. And that pass intercepted by Camavinga. And a foul. Won by Camavinga. And that should be that, you'd think. Well, that ball just took a bit of a bobble, didn't it, in front of Giroud? And that is that. Full time. The Austrian players on hands and knees because they put everything into that one there. Ralf Rangnick's men cannot be disappointed. This is a fantastic, valiant performance. But when it came down to it, not good enough. It's the Verba own goal in the 38th minute that separates the two sides. Baumgartner had 2 half chances. One big one that Mike Maignan had to make a save for. It was Kylian Mbappe's run that set up that own goal in the 38th minute. Sabitzer was good. Wimmer was good off the bench as well for the Austrian side. But their counter-pressing football very much challenged the French. If it wasn't for Mike Maignan and N'Golo Kante, and in the end Kylian Mbappe, it could have been a very different story here for the French. But they get their opening win 1-0. They match the Netherlands' opening win. Both sides not convincing but getting the job done. That's what champion teams do. Opening win by the French side made 1-0 by the Verba own goal. They now go equal top of Group C alongside the Netherlands. A very entertaining game. Only 1 goal scored. And that coming from an own goal. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gents. I'll see you for another live stream very, very soon. We'll take a break for the next few days, but we'll be back for match day 2 for more live streams. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the video or podcast very, very soon, guys.